All right, well, the next eliminated queen. Hey, we're all in Nashville. We all love this bitch. Jaden Dior, fierce.
That's what is she? Fierce.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and say it. We do live in Nashville, and Chris is a fantastic guy. I've always enjoyed talking to him.
Very sweet.
Very sweet.
Why did I whisper compliments? Okay, sorry.
I don't.
My insults are loud.
I'm a great performer. I will say that. Great performer.
Can sing.
I don't understand how he made it so far. And again, I don't want to stir anything. I love Jaden. You're a great guy. Hold on. Well, my thing is this. I got zero versatility. Sorry.
He's not versatile, y'all.
Zero versatility in the outfits, especially. And then in all the challenges, it was usually like, I just gotta learn how to do this. This is my first time doing this. I just gotta learn how to do this.
He did cry more than anyone else on this season. But he did have a shining moment in episode 4 where he should have won for being Bianca Del Rio.
That was awesome.
Great. Yeah. But I don't know if that's saying that, hey, you did good, or hey, Bianca Del Rio is so great that if you just pretend to be
Bianca Del Rio,
he's a
he's a great performer. He was performing in that video. And that's why he stayed after 2 lip syncs, because he is a fantastic performer. But just with the runway looks, I didn't...
But he went up against Max, and Max couldn't lip sync.
Yeah.
Well, he also sent home Candy.
Yeah, but Candy, that was her 3rd time up, so she was
going home.
He's still a great performer.
But also,
he was good, yeah.
Let's look at the queens who have already been sent home, and we can see why Jaden stayed as long as she did. I love Jaden, but she does have some drawbacks. One, like the wardrobe we've discussed before, where it's like it's bodysuits or like the kind of swimsuit style cut sort of thing. Like, not a lot of change going on there. The acting challenges.
She always doubted herself, but then usually did okay.
Yes,
afterwards.
But they also kept her on because probably of that is like she cried the most because God knows Violet wasn't gonna shed a tear.
They kept trying to make Violet cry. She wouldn't.
Next time,
remember when your dog got ran over? Yeah.
I got a new dog now. I was like, fuck.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, go.
Well, when it comes to the acting challenges, I think Jaden, instead of Sasha, cracked the code, and she knew that you have to make each episode be, this is a learning experience for me. Okay, I'm learning it. I'm gonna do better.
But then
so you start off kind of weak, and then you're whoa, yeah,
like,
you're
let
awesome.
Lucian Piani doubt you, and then at the end he goes, "You pulled through. Oh my god!"
Well, because if you
how many times did it happen with her?
Yeah, quite a few. Because if you have people like, you have to keep all your talents hidden. Because if you have someone like Alyssa, or when they had Adora and Courtney, it's like, we know you're good at this. You fuck this up, you're going home. But if you pretend, or actually can't for that matter, like, I can't act, I don't know how to memorize lines, and then you do even moderately okay, they will applaud your ass up and down and be like, you stay, you're good.
I'm not even going to open with the obligatory nice words about Jaden. Like, tonight shows she wasn't pretending that she can't act. I mean, they bring on her mom, and she can't even pretend to be surprised about this. Come on.
I love you so much. I love you.
I will say that Jaden had one of the best personalities. She was very bubbly. She was always kind. She's not one of those people that you can go, what a bitter bitch, send her home. So she was fine when it came to that.
But people like bitches. Mm-hmm. So that may also be a weakness.
It's reality TV. You need bitches. You need people who are going to fight. What she would have been great for is if one of the other queens, like if her and Violet had gone into it and Violet just ripped her to filth the entire season and she just cried, she would have been the victim and it would have been a great thing.
Or if she had suddenly just hated somebody,
if she became a bitch.
But if she was just a bitch to Pearl.
Fuck you, Pearl!
She's like,
well, then she go home. There's the curse of Pearl.
That's true. But then they might have brought her back because the fans had gone nuts. And
I do want to back you up on something you said, because you were talking about the fact that people
Someone agrees with me.
When you're you always have great points. When you're a good performer and you're a good actor and you get into these when you get into these
not being funny,
when you get into these challenges and they expect that of you, and you don't deliver, it's worse than going in and going, I can't act, but you're like, here's the end scene to Rocky. It's like, I picked Rocky. That was the worst. thing to compare it to.
I do agree with you. That point was a pretty good one. Though,
Well, look, they did it with Trixie. They called her out on it. Michelle's like, for being a comedy queen, you ain't really that funny.
Yep.
Gotcha was better.
This is a problem that I have with Americans. I mean, I don't have this underdog sympathy thing. Underdogs just deserve to lose. That's it.
If this is a sports movie, that's fine.
Exactly.
This isn't a sports movie. We don't need a montage.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's move on from Jaden on to Miss Fame. Now, we all have to agree that early... We'll have to agree early on, after episode 1, you kind of thought that Miss Fame might be top 3. Miss Fame had the runway look.
She did.
It turned out she just couldn't act, sing, dance.
Get a joke.
Get or land a joke. She couldn't do any of those.
She only lip sync once, right?
Yeah, and she was in that giant,
Or be lip-synced.
the worst dress ever. That's the one that she got sent home, and she got sent. I don't know how bad you have to be to get sent home by Pearl in a lip sync. I'm sorry,
And the song was "I Miss Fame." It was catered to her.
The song is from the movie Fame. You can even get it.
But see, you know what? Pearl's actually sent 2 people home.
Yeah, but she
sent-
wrongfully sent home Trixie. Everyone who's ever watched that,
They
lip sync-
sent her home so they could bring her back. Let's be
anyone
honest.
who's watched that
absolutely.
lip sync. It was episode 4, and the song was "Dreaming" by Blondie. Anyone who's ever watched it goes, Trixie won. But then some people tried, all those young Pearl fans were like, he's hot. Well, y'all don't understand, the song's dark. The actual person who wrote the song let out a statement saying, yeah, the song's not dark. I don't know what the fuck Pearl was doing. Like, Pearl didn't win that lip sync. RuPaul literally said, I kept him around because he was hot.
Well, the people who defended Pearl on that one are on half as much crack as she is. So,
Which is a lot.
a lot.
Well, we're back on Fame, though. What do we... Fame, she clocked. She should have done Chicken Lady for Snatch Game.
Yes.
The kids from the hall Chicken Lady. That bitch would have...
That would have been awesome.
See, and that was her most defining moment. She looked pretty in Chickens. Oh, and the fact that she couldn't get a joke about had the entire season, but nothing really about her being a queen. It's you have pretty clothes, you can sew well. Okay, good. Go on. What is it? What was Santino?
I don't think
on?
she sewed anything. I think that
Project
her
Runway.
sugar daddy bought her a bunch of nice clothing.
Oh, that's true.
Project
I
Runway.
think
Yeah, go on Project Runway. Or America's Next Top Model.
Well, looking back at her tonight, I realized she was actually an entertaining queen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was retarded and we love to hate on her, but
And she talked
it was
a lot.
fun, her being there, because she...
Well,
Yeah, she would just ramble and ramble and ramble. And ramble. And wouldn't stop rambling.
Just so y'all know, 2 queens from this season have appeared nude online.
That we know of.
One of which is a bit more explicit than the other. But if you ever want to see famous pictures, their art. Oh, they can't see me. I'm sorry, James. This is
Even to the quotation.
The quotation art was art, which it is. There's not an explicit thing in there.
It's like the
They're-
Ethan James
but he's
photos. Oh, this
very
is art.
gorgeous.
Yeah, take your clothes off. All right. Next up,
Continue.
eliminated is Trixie again. What? Oh my gosh, she got eliminated. So nice. She
Well
got
deserved,
eliminated
I
twice.
think.
Well, that's
I
what
got you there.
I have to say, the problem with Trixie leaving to come back was that she missed 4 episodes then, or 3. Point was, she missed Snatch Game. If you miss Snatch Game, there's no point in you ever winning, because Snatch Game is the crucible, the fiery crucible, which everyone is judged.
But also look at why she was kicked off.
Because
For
her Snatch Game was gonna be handled.
Though I do wonder, if she had stayed on and
She
done
might have
that as
changed
Snatch
it.
Game, I really want to know what
It would've
the
been
judges would have said.
It was
Not
funny.
so much was it funny, but if they're just like, this is terrible, you're getting kicked off for this.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think they would have either, but we don't know what they would
The
have
thing
said.
is,
not like
they
it's
don't
too soon,
want.
you know?
Well, no, it is too. Well, the thing is, they just don't want all these groups coming down on them. Like, first of all, RuPaul can't say you got what's that? You got
She-male.
tranny, you got she. She can't say you got she-male because transgender people get mad at RuPaul.
Okay,
like,
but
hello,
here's-
RuPaul's done more for you than anyone else.
I will say
Don't
this
fucking yell at
with
RuPaul.
that. If there was a problem with it, why was it only coming up in season 6? 7, if you count, what's its face?
This is season 7.
No, but if you counted,
All Stars, this would be the 8th season.
right, so 7 seasons that this has popped up, including All Stars.
Because no one tried to do Anne Frank for Snatch
8,
Game.
including All Stars.
Yeah, but they didn't do it this season. but now it's that.
Oh, you're
She-Mail's
saying
coming
seventh
up.
Snatch Game.
She-Mail.
Well, they didn't do the
She-Mail.
first.
She-Mail.
But
Welcome to the party.
I think
The
think
last horse
horse
crosses
comes
the
out.
finish line.
No, I think look at 5 years ago. I mean, people weren't that sensitive about trans issues,
That is true.
and the rise in sensitivity about that, thanks to TV shows like Orange is the New Black and things like that, people have become more sensitive about it, and
Caitlyn. Bitch.
Not spelled with a K.
So I think that there is that explanation. Personally, as a Jew, I wouldn't have minded to see Anne Frank, and I have not seen the video, but
Yeah, but the groups would have gone out, and then next thing you know, you can have a circumcised contestant anymore.
The groups.
on
That was
fucking
PC
show.
enough. The groups would have gone out.
by which he means us people.
You people.
No, I mean, the Anti-Defamation League would have been out making statements, and no one would have cared because we're Jews. So
You guys are busy counting your money. Who cares?
All right,
we don't
well-
care how many we have machines for that.
Well, now that we're back on topic, the next queen out, Comrade Katya. Oh, first of all, let's say that Katya's the breakout star this year. Every year there's a breakout star. You had Alyssa Edwards. That's it. Katya was the breakout star. She was awesome. She was funny
Morgan.
and.
Morgan was not a breakout.
While
star.
we're on this,
No, we're talking about
if we
Katya.
get if we get 1,400 viewers on this one, I would like to know if any of you will support me on this with Morgan McMichael. Thank you. Go on.
Edit. No, Katya. Katya was clearly the breakout star, and the fact that she always doubted herself, the fact that she just got off drugs and clearly just got back on drugs, all of this made her so humanizing. We love her because she's a real character. She's not on there being Laganja and Stranger pretending to be someone. And she came on there the first episode being a Russian character, and then she stopped doing it because she didn't want to. She said, "I don't want to suck at the one thing that I try to do well." Like that's like, oh my god, like you're awesome.
And you know what? I can understand that. Where she's coming from because that's her thing, and then going on there. And what if she got kicked off from that? That's like saying you suck at the one thing you're doing good at. But you know what? If all of this other stuff is just your kind of secondary, I would love to see what you do best because she did amazing the whole season. She was consistently funny, and
she had the best confessionals.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I live for those.
That was
And
a
not-
tough. Go ahead.
And not many other queens had that where they were consistently funny the entire season.
She's been so refreshing, and she is really getting on social media now. She has her own podcast. She has like Reflections and Regrets, I think is what it's called.
Let's not plug her podcast.
But I've seen her on things, and she is so open and so candid about her past that she just doesn't even care. She's open about the fact that she's like, yeah, I did meth, I did this and that. Yeah, I was a prostitute, and I would do it in drag. And she goes, and I couldn't charge that much because I didn't have tits. So, I had to charge a little bit less than people. Like, she's just so open about it. She doesn't care. She's so open about drugs. And
I thought the way you said it was, yeah, I did meth, and I was a prostitute in drag. Oh, no, the way you said it, I thought she was like, yeah, I did meth in drag. That was the only time.
Apparently, her intro is talking about, Katya's a, she's a crack whore and a prostitute.
Well, that
She's
episode,
really being honest. She
was really
apparently does
tough,
it.
I think, for everybody. It was actually hard. I think everybody did good in that, the Miss Kitty episode.
And the thing is, it's been said that comedy comes from a very dark place. She proves it. She takes everything she's done before. When she first came out, I was like, yeah, I'm a bisexual, transvestite hooker, just going
And
through.
she was being honest when
Yeah,
she said
and
that.
I did not know she was actually being honest about a lot of that until much later when she's been saying it other places, like, no.
I was
like,
listening to a podcast where she was like, yeah, and because she was in Boston, she was like, so I would get a lot of trade because, this beautiful blonde woman, but I don't have tits, so I had to charge less than most. I was like, wow.
Hopefully next season we won't get so many sob stories from everybody and all the dark
But
past
no one
that they
cried
have.
about hers because she laughed
No,
about
I know.
it. She laughed
I mean,
about it.
everybody's...
So
I did drugs.
it's good to see
What?
someone. It's
Yeah,
good to
I
see
know.
someone that is proud of who they've become and wears it like a badge and not going like, oh, you should feel sorry for me because of this. She's just like, yeah, I did that, and I
I'm
enjoyed
happy
it.
for
It
that.
happened, whatever.
Next person. Let's just get on to Kennedy.
All right.
Can we just skip Kennedy? Does anybody care about Kennedy?
no.
We hate her, and we're glad she's gone.
Yeah.
Well,
You shouldn't have done a man.
Kennedy got so much negative. Her and Ginger did, actually, which is kind of weird. They called them the bitter old lady brigade or whatever.
Bitter bitch brigade, something like that.
Yeah, it was something like that, but they're supposed to be old, even though Ginger's only 29. Kennedy, she's probably in a room somewhere right now.
Listening to us?
Yeah.
Waiting for this to upload. Did Steven mention me as Little Richard again?
You know, we've only gotten one or two comments, and one of them was, why do people hate Kennedy so much? And I just didn't even feel like responding to it.
We had one person that was...
Because Kennedy's hair looks like Cindy Lou Who from Whoville. I don't get it.
I just feel like...
Also-
Versus Cindy Lou from Dickerson Road.
Also, when she did her...
That's Cindy Boo-hoo.
Dickerson Road, they have some integrity.
Also, when she did her little reveal on stage today, what the fuck was she revealing? It was, it was a nice dress, but it wasn't anything like, oh my god.
Yeah, I just don't want her to let all these negative comments get to her. I hope that she's sitting in a room right now, looking in a mirror and just saying, you is smirk, you is impertinent, and you condone yourself professionally. I just hope that she is just giving herself affirmations.
She's never gonna live that down.
No, you condone yourself. That was great that Darian Lake mentioned that. And
I for one do not condone her.
But she said it. But Darian Lake said it properly. She asked her. She goes, "Do you condone any other queens?" I mean, then she's using the right term.
Yeah, exactly.
Which was part of the joke.
actually, no, it wasn't Darian Lake. That was Delta Work.
And
Their girls all look the same.
Well, Darian Lake did come up and ask a question, didn't he?
Yeah, but that was to someone else.
All right, you're right. Big girls all. I would look just like Darian Lake, and maybe I'm
No,
first
you
or
know
any of
what I
them
will
if I
say?
put on drag.
for the most part, with kind of like the exception of a few, the big girls have been consistently getting better. It used to be, oh, there's a big girl on?
Send her home first.
First episode, gone.
Yep.
And then it's now they've been
chop.
getting longer and staying on until now we have one in the top 3.
And last year, top 4.
Yeah.
I still say top 3 for Roxy. Now, Roxy wasn't as big on the show, but when it got to top 3,
I don't consider Roxy.
she gained about 60 pounds. In
I don't
that top
consider-
3, she was
just a little big bone. She was like a little thick. But
She was thick. No,
But
she
she
wasn't
was not
one of
big.
You
the
watch
big
that,
girls.
I whip my hair back and forth. Oh, hold on. The whip video. And
Big Queens wish they had her image.
she's kind of in shape. Then you go watch the finale again.
Oh, yeah.
She was...
Yeah, because
was
she
very
finally was
big.
let out of the hotel room and could eat. She wasn't eating Doritos the whole time.
Well, I mean, it was a foregone conclusion that one big girl was going to make it to the finale. But like big guys, right? Big girls have to be funny. And I think in the end, it was going to be... Was Jaden going to be funny enough to be the last one, or was it going to be... And in the end, of course, we all knew that it was going to be...
Ginger.
Ginger.
We have to be funny because we're really so sad.
Well, that's a good
Exactly. We have to do personality because we can't do body.
Well, I'm going to say something now. Can a big person win and not be funny?
No.
Is that even physically possible?
wait a minute.
No.
Is it feasible?
No, I don't think so.
There's a few that I could have
That's
seen
sad.
because, like, Delta Work, one of the bigger queens, not really hilarious, but
No.
she wasn't.
She went home on a comedy challenge.
And she wasn't a bad queen, though. I can see some queens coming in and not being a comedy queen and winning.
But they're not going to win. They're not.
I could see
Like,
them
Darian
winning.
Lake was
They might
actually
win a
fun.
challenge, but they're not going to win.
If all of these people wore a brown wig and got up on the stage, Mimi, I'm first, Delta Work, Darian Lake,
Yeah, it's hard.
and who was
Madam McQueer.
Madam
all of
McQueer,
them.
any of it. If you put
Pork
all
chop.
of them on a stage in the same dress and a dark wig, I could not tell you who was who.
Except for Latrice.
Oh, but she's...
Well, I didn't say Latrice, did I?
I'm saying Latrice has been
I wonder why. What are these things?
Because she's over 6 feet tall.
Because her dick is huge.
Latrice is the only queen to have broken that mold so far, and that's it.
Her
But
lip
she
sync,
took you to church.
her lip syncs for your life are my favorite. When she did
But
Keep On Keeping On, oh my god, that was awesome.
I want to
but
say,
it shouldn't go without saying, Latrice is hilarious.
Yeah.
That she is.
And so,
get those notes away from my face.
if that were an exception, it would prove the rule, but it isn't. So,
If we're talking about big queens, like, for example, last year, Darian Lake didn't need to be top 4 because she wasn't better than Ben de la Creme, and
No.
she should have been in the bottom 2 for her rap challenge, but they kept her around just so that she could be the frenemy of Ben de la Creme. They only kept her around just to be Ben's nemesis.
Right.
But then the beautiful thing that turned out was, in that last episode, she turned out to do the best of everyone. Remember, she had that acting challenge, and she started crying, and RuPaul even walked back in the room, and switched it up, and they're like, "Fuck, she did great." But it's like, oh, by the way, still get off the stage. You're not in the.
I have like the final 4 lip syncs where he just goes, okay, Darren, like go home. You know?
Kennedy, you're still here. Oh, whoops, I forgot to send you home. Get out.
As great of a performer as Kennedy, and I'm surprised she made it to.
I really thought Kennedy should have been in the top
Pearl.
3 over Pearl, without a doubt. Just because she could have at least entertained us with the lip sync when she came out, or. All right, well, those are everyone who's been eliminated. Then you just have the top 3, but we already discussed them. So I think after that, they just brought the girls back out, and they were going to reveal Miss Congeniality, and we all knew Katya was going to win, hands down.
I mean, the only person who really could have, well, there's a few
could
people.
have won.
Jaden could have, Mrs. Kasha Davis could have, but neither one of them really stayed
Long enough.
Yeah.
I mean, Jaden almost stayed long enough, but I don't know that she made enough of an impression.
She went past the halfway mark.
Yeah.
Which, that's big. First Nashville Queen to make it past, 3 episodes? So, good for you. Alright, so now it's time to crown the queen. And it's Katya!
Yeah.
That was done beautifully. Because Katya, who is
she was obviously on it.
good actor.
The crowd was getting in on it.
Yeah, they're like, and the 3 queens standing out there were like, they had daggers in there. I was like, this fucking bitch. When she got sent home and she's gonna win, and then just, can I give the water? And they're all like, oh, thank God. You still suck. We can still win. Okay, we're good.
Oh, and here's your crown Katya. Like, fuck.
And then we got our champion, Violet!
Yeah.
I actually got worried that she was going to say Ginger. I really thought she was going to say Ginger.
I'd have been happy with Ginger.
I would have dropped dead if she'd said Pearl.
Yeah, well...
We were all death dropped.
The only person in that room who thought Pearl was going to win...
season 7.
I'm sorry, the only person in the world watching who thought Pearl was going to win was Pearl's mother. That's probably the only person going, oh,
no, even she didn't know. She was just like slow clapping.
Well, Pearl definitely
Love you,
did.
Pearl. Slow clap. Slow clap.
Looks can only get you so far.
Looks as a boy, too.
Right.
Not even as a queen.
Before we move on to this, I want to sign off with the drag race thing and say
thank
you. Thank you to everybody who had participated with us. Glenn Stewart, Brad Taylor, Paige Turner, Amy Salon obviously was our... Ben Barry Bryan. And I'm sure there was some.
Paige Turner.
Oh no, Benton. Ben 10. Benton. I was gonna say Benton was
our greatest fan.
And then Ben was here. Ben,
he gave us 1,000 views.
Ben was like 9 people that one episode. Ben, Brian. So, yes, Benton. We wish we were here. Royal Baby Benton. I do want to say
I'd like to thank
this has been fantastically great doing this every night. I'm very excited. And we're thankful for all of our 1,400 viewers.
On one episode.
What? That's right. And the other 6
I titled the episode Mad Max Fury Road Trailers. So maybe that's why we got so many views.
Jurassic World spoiler.
Well, everyone, this has been awesome. We love you.
Yeah, so for we'll move on. Just stay on if you want from there. We'll be very flattered next year. I believe we're going to have an actual...
camera?
We'll have more investment in this. I think we're going to do it live at bars, at places. And so that's what we've been discussing. So I hope to have everyone here as our special guests. And seriously, thank you to all of our listeners. It's been fantastic. We'll still be doing podcasts on everything. So
also, Tamar Braxton, could you show up for an episode? Just wondering, girl.
The roast.
Our next guest.
The shortest roast ever. Tamar,
we hate you.
You suck. And here's James. Tamar, we hate you.
Everyone did my jokes when I came up here. You suck.
Everyone did my material already. So.
Exactly, you would be a whore.
But anyway, so stay on for the aftermath of the On the Spot drag race. And thank you so much to, again, Shaemus Oreilly for being here, as well as James Grady.